Day 10 of our 11-night Disney cruise through Northern Europe brought us to Amsterdam. Here's a look at everything we ate, did, and all the mistakes we made during this port day. We had booked a Canal boat tour privately and wanted to grab some cash for gratuities, so we stopped by guest services before heading out. You can exchange currency on board, and as long as you keep your receipt, they will exchange it back for you if you don't use all of it. Super convenient, and it makes exchanging currency super easy when you're in Europe. Amsterdam has a really nice cruise terminal with tourist information right inside and a photo op with a giant wooden shoe. It's very easy to navigate, and when you arrive outside, there are plenty of taxis waiting to take you wherever you're headed. We like walking, so we decided to walk to the center of the city where our tour was located, about a 30-minute walk from the cruise terminal. The walk was pretty easy. Just be aware of bike lanes and cyclists, as there are tons of bikes in this city, and if you're not paying attention, you could get hit. It might kind of sound like a joke when I say it, but actually, you can get hit by cyclists in Amsterdam. There are so many people that ride their bikes, and there are so many pedestrians who are not paying attention. They walk right into traffic, and suddenly there's a collision. So just make sure you are paying attention and being mindful of everyone who is sharing the roadways with you. We made our way over to the meeting point for our tour. We had booked a tour with Pure Boats. They offer smaller boat tours with a more boutique feel. They are a little bit more expensive than some of the larger tours you'll see, but we really loved the small and more private atmosphere. Definitely recommend it if you're looking for something that feels a little bit more personal. Our tour also included 2 free drinks and apple pie. You can book brunch tours as well as other types of tours that include pizza or lunch. They have lots of different available options, so just check their website for all the information. Our tour was an hour and a half, and our tour guide was awesome. He told us all about the history of Amsterdam, showed us all the different areas, and gave us recommendations of places to eat. This was the highlight of our day in Amsterdam. He was such a wonderful guide, he had such a good sense of humor, and I feel like we learned so much in such a short amount of time. This is really such a great way to see the city, and I highly recommend taking a boat tour of some sort if you are in Amsterdam. The city itself is really huge, and you just won't be able to see this much of it in this amount of time if you don't. After departing our tour, we made our first big mistake in Amsterdam, which was really just underestimating how huge the city really is. We had made plans to go to a few different places, and all of them were very, very far from each other. And with limited time due to a shorter port day, we ended up not really doing any of the things we had originally planned. Instead, we just decided to get more pie from the famous Winkels, who apparently have the best Dutch apple pie. We grabbed some pie and some coffee Everything was delicious. This place gets a very long line, so if you're interested in it, make sure you prepare for that. We walked around a bit more and stopped by to see the Royal Palace. And then we headed over to Damrak Street, which is a super touristy street with lots of shops, restaurants, and cafes. If you're looking for a souvenir, this is the place to get it because there are a ton of souvenir shops. We stopped by the Starbucks to see their You Are Here collection and any other fun merch that they had there. I always love seeing Starbucks in other countries because they always offer different things. We also walked over to check out Amsterdam Central Station, which is really beautiful. And this one actually has a Starbucks inside of it as well. We walked around the city a bit longer and looked at some fun shops in the area. Found a really cool candy store with so many unique types of candy that I had never seen before. Our tour guide had told us that many of the foods that are marketed to tourists aren't actually Dutch, but he did say that we needed to try the poffertjes with butter and powdered sugar. So we stopped at a pancake house on Damrak Street and got some for takeaway along with some hot cocoa. Came with a little mini stroop waffle. It was so cute. Everything was so delicious and we had a great time just people watching and enjoying our little treat. It was actually a really nice way to end our time in Amsterdam before heading back to the ship. It was time to head back to the ship, and this time we found a much better way to get back than we had previously taken to get into the city, which was great. It was a much more scenic route. The biggest mistake that we made while in Amsterdam was just underestimating its size. I had read all over the internet that it was really small, and it's not huge when you compare it to certain large cities like New York City and Paris, but it's big enough that you do need to have a very good plan. They do have public transportation. I just had not familiarized myself with how to use it, but just be prepared and you'll have a great time. Security is super tight at this terminal, so be prepared for long waits and detection dogs before you're able to get back onto the ship. Once we boarded, we headed up to Meridian to watch the ship sail away and grab some drinks. Meridian is my favorite bar on the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy, and they have a really good non-alcoholic options available on board too. A lot of people don't realize that, but they do actually have some very creative non-alcoholic drinks you can get at Meridian that are on the menu. Dinner was at Royal Palace, and we started with the Scandinavian garden salad with Parmesan crusted chicken as our main, and the chocolate souffle for dessert. This is one of my favorite desserts on any Disney cruise, so if it's on your menu, I highly recommend it, especially if you love chocolate. It is just so rich and delicious. It's just so good. After dinner, we watched a little bit of live music in the atrium. And then we found out that to get into Amsterdam via the cruise ship we had to go through a very long canal. So leaving, we had to leave through that same canal. And it was really nice because we were able to watch as we sailed out and wave to everyone on land as we passed through. We loved seeing so many people waving us goodbye. Jordan Caswell was playing in the District Lounge for some late night entertainment, so we spent some time there winding down for the night. If you enjoy live music, I highly recommend checking him out anytime that he's playing, whether it's in the atrium or one of the bars or lounges. And that was how we ended day 10 on our Disney cruise through Northern Europe. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's given you an idea of what you can kind of expect when you go to Amsterdam and help you better prepare than we did, so you can fully enjoy the city. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.